Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday. It's so good to be here. I would like to use a strap today. If you happen to have one, it's no biggie if you don't. A robe tie from a bathrobe also works really well. It seems to be about the right size. So if you happen to have one, if you want to run, get one. If not, no biggie. So as we settle in today, I'm going to have us come to our back, so you can start making your way there to start our centering, and be very mindful of your back this morning. And so if you would like to take your blanket or your towel and roll it up and place it under your knees, that's really nice for the lower back. Or if you're in the mood for a heart opener, you can lay your rolled blanket right down your spine and place your head at the very top of it. Or if you happen to have blocks and you would like to come into a supported fish, yogi's choice this morning. So you can take a couple of blocks, put one under your head, one under your shoulder blades, and just come to your back in whatever way feels right for you. I will join you there shortly. Some of you know I have been taking I'm in seminary, and I'm currently in the middle of a 2-week intensive. It's like really intense, six credits in 2 weeks, and a couple of papers and other things that'll be due later in the summer. But it's very intense, and I keep reminding myself I've chosen this. So, but the other thing, every day we do morning and evening prayer, and the other evening, the woman who was leading the prayer, it was so nice. She introduced this to me, and I thought, I'm going to share this with my yoga friends. And it's a simple mantra that we can use as we practice. And it goes like this. You might repeat in your mind or out loud if you feel like joining me. I am here. I am here with you now. And just repeat that to yourself. I am here with you now. I am here with you now. And just notice how that feels in your body. And perhaps we can use that as a mantra today. We are separated by time and space, brought together by the invisible internet, but we are all together now in this moment. So as you settle in, see if you can snuggle your shoulders in a little more wherever you are, and just notice what you've brought to your mat this morning. And know that even though we're all bringing different nuances to our mat, we are all experiencing this yoga together. So as I am in a somewhat noisy space, perhaps you will hear some noise. Just accept this is our reality for now. Notice the noises in your space closer into you. Notice the temperature of your air. And if your eyes are softly closed, notice the light that it filters in through your eyelids. And then bring your awareness to your breath. And just as we all come to our mats with different body sensations, our breath will also be different. So acknowledge the personal quality of your own breath as you begin to deepen, softening the belly, maybe bringing your hands to your belly. Take a nice full inhalation, filling up the belly. And letting the air rise up into your ribs. And then finally filling those lungs, every little nook and cranny. And then as you exhale, let the air release slowly. Eventually the belly descends back down. And we begin again, together. Inhaling, filling up. And exhaling, softly letting go. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling slowly. Let's take 2 more together. Nice. I am with you now. And as we close the centering portion of our program, let's take our knees and give ourselves a nice hug. Just drawing the knees to the chest. Wherever they go on you is fine. So you might not hug them in as tightly. They might be out of here. Wherever they are is fine, just so you can release that lower back. This is so nice to do right when you wake up in the morning. Maybe rock from side to side. And then let's take some knee circles here, just drawing our knees, a little circle on the ceiling, one direction. Getting a little massage of the sacrum, and then switch directions. Nice. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll find some stillness. Take a big hug of your knees. Maybe you can hug your knees a little closer so your quads actually come to your belly. Take a big breath. Feel that breath pressing into your quadriceps. And then let your legs reach up for the ceiling. Extend them long. And on your exhale, flex your toes toward your face. And on your inhale, point your toes. Release your hands to the floor or let them rest behind your legs. And just move with your breath a couple more times, waking up those ankles. Good. Inhale as you point and exhale as you flex. So flexing those toes towards your face again. Take your toes wide. Good. So you're in, what is this, second position if you're a ballerina? Good. See if you can spread your toes nice and wide. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring the little balls of your big toe together. Bring your heels out wide, toes together. Good. Inhale, spread your toes wide. Take that second position. And exhale, switch. Good. This is a little more energetic than I thought it would be. Good. One more. Excellent. Nice. We're going to slowly lower just the left leg. Reach for your strap. Uh-oh, mine's a little farther away. And take it if you have a strap. If not, no worries. Just lift your leg back up. So the left leg is relaxed. Now the right leg, strap or no strap. If you have no strap, just take a hold of your calf. If you have a strap, make sure it's on this meaty part of your foot so you're not causing any stress to your foot. And just allow the strap to give you a deeper stretch. So you feel that stretch a little more deeply in your hamstrings and your calf. And then notice what's going on with your shoulders. See if you can soften. Maybe let your elbows draw down to the floor as you slide your hands down your strap. Let's take 2 more breaths here, enjoying this hamstring stretch. Good morning, hammies. Yep. Don't forget, we're all in this together, right? All right. As you are ready, release the strap from both hands. Take it in your right hand. Keep that nice flex. Maybe take your heels a little bit more toward the ceiling and gently open up this right leg out to the right. Notice what's happening with the left hip. Maybe place one hand on the left hip to just remind it to stay grounded. Good. Keep pressing that heel back. A little bend in the knee if you feel like you need it. Good. Let's take one more breath here. And then as you're ready, slowly lift that leg back up. Take the strap in your left hand. And again, if you have no strap, we're just taking the leg across the body. So you can gently hold your leg as you let it cross your body. So the stretch is in this outer hip. Good. Keep pressing the heel forward. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Also getting some strength work in that left bicep. Inhale back up. And exhale, release the strap. And just let this leg float on down. Good. Let it all go. And take a moment, close your eyes. Notice the difference between the right side and the left side. Sometimes it helps to close the eyes. Good. So we're going to draw that left knee in. Place your strap ever so gingerly on that left foot. Let your hands slide on down. Take that heel up toward the ceiling. And appreciate this hamstring. Right leg rests, shoulders relaxed. Keep that nice soft face, maybe a little smile. And allow your hamstring to speak to you. Good. Take another breath in. And a long, slow exhalation. Maybe you're ready for a little more of a stretch. Just make it your own this morning. And when you're ready, take the strap in your left hand. Allow that left leg to open up, keeping that heel pressed outward. Good. Breathing in. Right hip stays grounded. Breathing out. Excellent. Inhale that leg back up, switch hands, or simply take a hold of the outside of the left leg with your right hand. Take that leg across the body to wherever you feel that stretch. So outer hip getting all the love here. And we're still not really warmed up, so don't take it any farther than you feel ready. A nice big breath in. And a slow breath out. And then inhale back up to center. Release your strap. Let it go. And then let that leg just float down to the floor. And now notice, feeling a little more balanced, right and left side. Good. If you have a block, let's take the block. Bring your feet up towards your hips, bending your knees toward the ceiling. And take the block and just place it in between your legs. We're going to hug toward the midline. So if you don't have a block, no worries. We'll just use that image of the block to draw our inner thighs toward one another as we slowly lift up to bridge, and we'll add our breath. So inhale, lifting up slowly. And you can take your hands, and no, let's not clasp them. Let's keep them on the floor because we're going to slowly lower down on our exhale. Slowly lower down. Good. Another inhale as we peel our way up into bridge. And another exhale as we lower our way down. Good. One more inhale. Keep squeezing that block and exhale. Good. Let's take two more. Come on. So good. Waking up the legs. Our friends are still working over there, but they're being nice and quiet. For now. When you're ready, slowly release that block. Take your feet to the floor, and then hug your knees in again. Give yourself one more squeeze, maybe a little more of a tight squeeze here, and then decide if you would like to rock and roll up to a seat, or simply roll over to one side. And if you want to join me in a rock and roll, giving your spine a little massage, let's do it. And then we'll just come on up and come to a seat. And then we'll bring our feet together in Baddha Konasana. And if you have a block, if you enjoyed your block, take your block and place it between your feet. And then we'll press our feet into the block and use that to give us a little more stretch. Now, if you don't enjoy a block and you feel like your legs could use a little support, you can take one block and tuck it under your legs. If you'd like to join me here, see if you can press those feet into the block and notice where you're getting some engagement here. Take a nice big breath in, shine your heart, and on your exhalation, slowly with mindfulness for your lower back, come forward. And let your chin come down towards your chest and just round forward. And take two more breaths here. See if you can soften. Good. And then as you're ready, slowly release. Set the block aside. Take your hands, gently lift your legs up. Place your feet on the floor. Take your hands behind you. Just do a little windshield washer action, right and left. Good. And then we'll come up to a seat. So if a prop underneath your hips feels good to you, it always does to me, just to elevate the hips, go ahead and tuck that under there and sit up nice and tall. And let's draw the shoulders up to the ears. And then as you exhale, round them back and down. Good, two more. Nice, gentle shoulder rolls to start our morning, our week, our summer. Summertime. All right, let's allow our shoulders to drop down. And just notice how that feels, that spaciousness between the shoulders. And then take your left hand, walk your fingers out, and lift your right arm up and over. And take your right arm to your left ear and just gently draw that toward the right shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Two more breaths here. Excellent. Slowly release, fix your hair, and then take your right arm up and over. Give yourself a pat on the back. Sorry, I was mirroring you, now I'm not. I'm so inept at that. No worries, I know you don't love me for my mirroring capabilities, so let's stretch our triceps here. Good. Two more breaths. You can just let your head rest in that little nest you've made for your back of your head. And as you exhale, release, take it across your body, stretch the shoulder, maybe open and close the hands a couple of times, rotate the wrists. Excellent. And then take that hand forward. Draw your fingers toward the floor. Stretch the wrists. Good. One more breath in. One more breath out. I'm going to try to do it on this side. So mirroring you, take those right fingertips, walk them out, take your left arm, reach it up and over. Good, draw that right ear. No, left ear towards your left shoulder. Make some space. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Now for real. Let's take that right arm back behind. Support it with your left. Give yourself a pat. Stretch. Stretching that tricep. Gently, gently, gently. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you're ready, release that. Take it across the body. Maybe rotate the wrist a couple of times. Nice. Stretching the shoulder. Bringing blood flow to the hand, the wrist, and then let's stretch the bicep. Take those fingers down toward the floor. Stretching the wrist as well. Good. Now take your hands, clasp them, and just make some figure eights. Let's really give our hands and wrists, especially if we're on the computer a lot. This is so nice. Excellent. Nice. Release that, shake it out. And then take your hands to your outsides of your knees. Shine your heart. Draw your shoulders back and down. Inhale. And then exhale round. Bring your belly into your spine. Let's work the back just gently before we really get going here. Warming up. Exhale as you round. Chin comes to chest. And then gaze up as you inhale. Let's stretch the throat, the neck. Exhale. Inhale. And last one, exhale. Nice. We're going to take our arms out wide, reach up, look up, and exhale, take a gentle twist towards your left side. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. Crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling. Exhale as you take a gentle stretch over that left shoulder. Breathing in. Exhaling it out. Let's take one more. Good. Noticing the mobility of the neck on this side. As we slowly unwind, let's take our hands and give our necks just a little massage, especially if that was a little more tight than you would like it to be. Mine always is. Good. Let that go. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, let's twist over to the right side. So hand can rest on the outside of your leg, and then the back hand can fingertips press into the floor as you lift and lengthen on your inhale. And as you exhale, take your twist. Should feel good. If you feel anything but good sensation, just release a little bit. Back off. Good. One more big breath in. And your exhalation unwinds you. Take one more little neck massage. Good. And let's pause. Let's take a pause. So sitting up nice and tall, maybe you switch the cross of your legs. Allow your hands to rest and your eyes to close. And just take a moment. Scan your body. Notice what sensations you are beginning to wake up this morning. Knowing that we are all in this together. Maybe swallow in your throat. Maybe a little smile comes to your face as you wake up, open your eyes, and come to a tabletop. Let's pat our knees so they're nice and comfortable on the floor, and the tops of the feet are nice and comfy on the floor. So automatically you notice you get a nice stretch of your tops of your feet, your ankles. Again, if anything feels less than good, always modify for yourself. Little Sophie shake here as you settle into your tabletop, and then we'll come into our cat-cow practice. So on your inhalation, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone, and on your exhalation, round. You know the drill. Pressing that mat away, moving the spine forward and back just to the point where you feel the stretch that you enjoy. Again, taking your gaze forward in the same way so that you get the stretch of the neck and the throat in a way that feels good in your body. So really tuning in. Let's take one more each direction. And then pause at the center, come to neutral. Gaze slightly in front of your mat so that your neck is nice and neutral. And then we're going to bring the weight to the right leg and lift the left leg up and back. Take those toes, we've already done this, so point them down, so engaging that whole left leg. And then take the left leg across the right, and then take your gaze out over your right shoulder and look for your toes. Stretch of the side body. Good. Breathe in. And on your exhalation, send that leg back up. Point your toes this time and reach your right arm forward. Find a little bird dog balance here. Gazing slightly forward. Good. Nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, bend your elbow, your arm and your knee. Bring your elbow to your knee, round. And as you inhale, extend. Good. Exhale, that right hand comes down, left knee comes down. Sophie, shake it out. Good job. Bring your weight to your left knee this time, unless you have any injuries, in which case you will skip. Perhaps come into a child's pose. So send that leg back. Flex your toes. Get that leg nice and strong. Maybe lift it up a little bit higher so you can feel your glute waking up this morning. Gaze is just in front of your mat. And when you're ready, take it across your left leg. Let the toes touch the floor. And then take your gaze over your left shoulder. See if you can find your toes. Take a nice big breath in. Good. And on your exhalation, lift that leg back up. Point your toes and reach your left arm forward. Bird dog. Good. Might start to wobble a little bit of balance challenge. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to draw the elbow toward the knee and round. Good. Send it back out and lower it down. Excellent. Rock and roll side to side. Bring your knees wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Sink your heels back. Child's pose. Let the forehead come to the floor, or a block is always nice if your head doesn't want to quite reach the floor this morning. You might actually notice a nice stretch of the upper back if you do that. So play with it. And walk your hands forward. Good. And then let your arms just rest. Take your hands, make a little basket, and place them right at that occipital ridge, right behind your head. Just let them rest on the back of the head. See if you can get a little more length in the back of the neck here. Good. Breathing in. Long breath out. Release your hands. Take them to your mat just in front of where you were in tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press into all the finger pads and that meaty place between the thumb and the forefinger, and then tuck your toes. Begin to lift your hips. Come into that inverted V shape. That is such a nice stretch. If it's anything less than nice, then you want to back off a little bit. So downward facing dog. Remove your props and walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Good. Let's really take a leisurely walk this morning, pressing the heels down one at a time, getting a nice stretch of the calves. And then find stillness. Let your heels descend toward the floor. Lift your hips a little bit higher. And breathe here. Notice what's going on with your shoulders. See if you can draw your the creases of your elbows toward one another. Good. Notice what happens. Maybe you get a little more lift. And then come on up on your toes. Look forward. And take a leisurely walk to the front of your mat. Good. Come into your first forward fold. So knees might be bent. Knees might always be bent in a forward fold. Decide what works for you. Decide if you'd like to come into ragdoll. Or just let your hands graze the floor. Whatever you do, enjoy this head under heart pose, bringing all the blood flow to your face and your brain. Let's hope it makes me smarter. I'm learning so many new things. All right, one more breath. As you inhale, come to your halfway lift. And as you exhale, refold. Inhale, press into the earth, root to rise, reaching up, all the way up, look up, let your fingertips reach up to the sky, but keep your shoulders plugged in. Good. Get really long. Nice. And then take your hands together in prayer above your head. And then clasp your hands, send your palms up toward the ceiling. And just feel the length of your body. So here we are at our longest, almost. And engage your legs. Really press your feet into the floor. Draw those kneecaps up. And then take a side bend over to the right. So we're slowing this down this morning. So it might be a little more intense to stretch this slowly. So keep that left foot pressing into the earth. Breathe in. And exhale back up to center. Let's take it to the other side. Stretching, making that crescent moon shape. Beautiful. One more breath. And exhale, make your way back up. And then take your hands, release that clasp, but take it behind your back, clasp them. And open up your heart. And lean back only as far as feels good in your body and look up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good. Breathe in. And as you exhale, bending your knees as much as you need to, forward fold, leaving your hands clasped. Lift them overhead. Maybe straighten your legs. Good. Nice big breath in. And take your arms over to the right and look left. Good. Exhale back to center. Take your arms over to the left and look right under that right shoulder. Good. Breathe in again as you release your grip. Send your fingertips to the floor or shins and come up halfway. And then exhale, take your hands to the floor. Send your right leg all the way back to the back of your mat. Get a really nice long runner's lunge. Maybe rock forward and back a couple of times. And then find stillness. We're going to rise in this runner's lunge up to crescent. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Good. Gazing forward. Keep those shoulders plugged in. Good. Breathe in. Palms drawing toward one another. Elbow creases drawing toward one another. Strong legs. Nice open heart. On the next exhalation, open up. Warrior two. Let's take that back foot, spin it to flat at an angle, and cross the left heel through the midline of the right foot. So you might have to adjust here. So this is a very strong, active pose. And that left ankle and knee are in alignment. Knee over ankle. Good. Nice, strong warrior two. You've got this. Breathe in. And this is going to feel really good, I hope. If not, back off. Palms face up. And as you inhale, let your palms come up above your head and maybe even a little clap. And then as you exhale, take that energy, draw it down and around your body. And then right up to your heart center. Good. Re-extend. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten, lift up, reach up for all the good energy. Exhale, take your palms facing down, bend your knee, and then bring it on down into your heart. Let's take one more. Reaching out, warrior two. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Draw it on into your heart center. And then take your hands down, frame your left foot, step on back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale here, come up on your toes. Exhale, walk forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Hands come to floor, step back with your left leg. Let's rise up, crescent on this side. Nice strong crescent. Oh, sorry. Let's come back to runner's lunge, in case you missed it. So I really enjoy a runner's lunge. So maybe rock forward and back, especially if you've been walking or running a lot. It's nice to stretch there. And whenever you're ready, press into the earth, root to rise, come up to that crescent. Draw those shoulders down and line up that right knee over the right ankle. In preparation, we are preparing to move. But for now, let's just be here now together, right? Good. Nice big breath in. And as you exhale this time, we're going to open up warrior two. So back foot spins to flat. Toes are at an angle, about 45 degrees. And that right heel is lined up with the center of the left foot, gazing out over your right fingers. Excellent. Right knee lined up with the right ankle. Beautiful. Breathe in, flip your palms, breathe out. Inhale, straighten that right leg, draw the hands up, let them maybe clap above your head, and then draw that good energy from the heavens on down, and then into your heart. Good. Reach out again. We'll take two more. We can do this silently, if you like, with your breath. Excellent. When you're ready, spin that back foot so it's facing forward. Take your hands down to frame the right foot. Step on back. Good. Now we're in a plank. Always the option to lower your knees. Rock forward. And slowly lower your way all the way down to the mat. until you find your happy place here. Make a little pillow, turn your head to one side, wiggle, wobble, take a little Sophie shake, and feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Breathe here. Nice big breath in, and a soft breath out. As you're ready, forehead comes to the floor. Take your hands right outside your shoulders. Press your fingers, spread nice and wide into the mat. Draw your elbows in toward the body, shoulders down away from the ears, and just lift up, baby cobra. Gaze forward. And exhale, slowly lower down. Good. We're going to take 2 more of those. Move with your breath. Inhale. Strong arms. Maybe you come up a little bit higher each time, maybe not. Use your exhalation to take you back down. On this last one, come on up. See if you can straighten your arms. Maybe gaze slightly up. Draw your shoulders down and away from your ears. And then slowly lower down. Turn your head in the opposite direction. Make that little pillow. So if you shake it out. Good. And we really want to be kind to our lower back this morning. So bring your forehead back to the center and draw your right knee up towards your right elbow and your right shoulder. Take that little sleeper stretch. Good. Release the lower back. And as you're ready, exhale, take that right leg back. Left leg does the same thing. Draw it up. Just notice. Nice breaths in and out. On the next exhalation, slowly release that leg back and roll on over to your back. Yeah, let's make our way back to our back. Get yourself set up. Let your legs be long, and take your arms overhead. We're going to take our torso over to the right as far as we can. So we're getting compression in our right oblique, stretch in the left, and then take a hold of your left wrist if you can. If there's no shoulder injuries or anything that's causing any pain, just take a hold of that left wrist with your right hand. And then let your arms rest. And then take your right leg, maybe take it off your mat, take it over to the right, if it goes that far, and maybe your left leg crosses over. Maybe it just lands next to it. So again, it's an intense stretch. This is called banana asana, so intense stretch for the left side body. So the whole back is on the floor, believe it or not. So if it's not, you're going to have to modify. You're going to have to scooch a little less, take a little less of a banana shape. But if this feels really good, see if you can close your eyes and come back to your breath. You can just feel yourself stretching, making space. Let your breath go to that side body, all the way up and down the left hip, up to the left shoulder. Good. And take a couple more breaths here. See if you can settle in. Sometimes it takes a while. If we were in a full yin practice, we would be here for a good 5 minutes. So imagine that. Take one more big full inhalation. And on your exhalation, uncross that leg if it's crossed. Just come back to center for a moment. Release your arms and just let your back neutralize. And then when you're ready, arms come back overhead. Take that torso over to the left. You can even scooch one shoulder up and then the other. Keep your back on the floor though. And then take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And then take your legs over to the left. One side might be different. Yeah, that does happen. All right, focus on your body, your sensation. Notice where you feel the stretch. See if you can allow your breath to bring you back to this moment. We're all in this together, in this banana shape, this weird banana shape. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Soft and easy. As you're ready, on your next exhalation, come back to center. Neutralize the back. Let it straighten out. And then hug your knees in. Let's take one more knee hug. Maybe rock and roll. Maybe circle it out. Maybe your final pose before shavasana is happy baby, if that would feel good in your body. Or perhaps you are ready, so ready, to just extend your legs wide as your mat. And let your arms reach out, tuck your shoulders, and enter your shavasana. And once you get there, just completely let go. Allow the mind and the body and the spirit to integrate all the good work we have done together. I am here with you now. Feels like truth to me. We may be separated by miles or time and space. The chaos of the world, the anxieties of daily life. Can we lay that all aside and just be together? In this moment, I am here with you now. Can you hold me in your heart as well? Can you whisper softly, I am with you now? Slowly begin to deepen your breath. And bring small movements to your fingers and your toes. Maybe turn your head from side to side. And if it pleases you, roll to one side and join me in a comfortable seat. Otherwise, stay where you are. Once you arrive here, allow your eyes to close. And once again, just notice. Notice where you are more present to yourself. Notice more spaciousness. Just notice what comes up. And then as you're ready, inhale, reach your arms up, let your palms touch. Exhale, draw all that goodness down into your heart. Let your chin come down to your chest. A little bow of reverence for this practice, for this day, for this summer, for one another. Thank you for being with me today. Another Mindful Monday. Namaste. Have a great day.